Let's talk about the music. Let's talk about the new album. 2002, 2003, you were going to come through no matter what. No matter what anybody said, no matter what anybody tried to do, you were inescapable. You were going to do it. You had that determination. You had that hunger. You've had a lot of success. You've achieved a lot. The game's a very different place. What inspires you right now? What keeps you going musically right now?
Well, you know, like, at that point, it was just, I'd be having tunnel vision at that point. Like, I set my mind on a goal and I just work until I actually achieve it. And I don't think I can achieve the same numbers. I don't think it's even possible to do what I did on Get Rich or Die Trying or on The Massacre. But I believe I can make it back to having that kind of energy surround my material. And as an artist, that's what I'm attracted to. I have the things that I want now. I'm fine if I just stayed at the pace that I'm at right now. And I just like, for me personally, I don't really know what the goal is if I'm not trying to make myself better. That's why, you know, prosperity and you know, moving forward with success is the thing.
Right. You're in a new situation now. You're independent. You've got a new album coming. How's it feel? It's a new day, right?
It feels great. Like, look, you know, like, to kind of call the shots, because, like, I would have to, in process, I'd have to go to a staff meeting and listen to everyone else's concept or idea of what I'm supposed to do next. You know what I mean? Because you got a major company, they feel like they got experts in different areas, just listening and watching, and they want to hear what you got to say, but they want to also give you the right influences when you need them. You know, and doing to me was kind of influencing me to go in areas that I could have got there, but it would have felt a lot more organic doing it my way. You know, and the way I actually achieved, you know, the level of interest that made them commit to me as an artist to begin with is the formula for success. It's like I like to offer consistency to assure the actual audience that what they're gonna get from me is gonna be up to standard. You know, like, and they're saying like now things are adjusted, so it's taking 20 weeks to get a record into the top 5. That means you're only making 2 songs off your album. If you Get Rich or Die Trying would last for 4 years now.
Yeah, wow.
In the climate that we're in, it would take 4 years before I can make another record. Wow. Because of how many records were a success and played, you know, on the platform. You would be cutting the legs off of the project. In order for people to remember it the way it actually is, it has to have enough time for each one of the songs to have their moment.
Okay. Even though the fans have got more access to music and everything else, it takes longer for people to absorb stuff and for stuff to sink in, right? Right,
because it's not like the chart. As far as radio is concerned, the fans will decide if they like the song the night that the song comes out. Like, the day that the song comes out, they decide whether they like it or not right there. But it takes time before the record could actually create confirmation by actually being a success.
Okay. I mean, again, it's like, it feels like you're going to do something big, you're going into a new area, you're doing things differently. Now, Tech 9 is probably the most successful independent hip-hop artist, and every independent artist right now, the first thing they say is, yo, I want to Macklemore the game. So what's your view on what Macklemore achieved last year with his debut album as an independent artist? Now you're in the same lane as him.
I think all of us will be classified a little different because of what point you've actually made it to in your career starting. Like, I think it'd be unfair for you to put me in direct comparisons with like Macklemore, because what he just did is obviously a huge accomplishment and it's organic, but you can only compare me to that if I never interacted with Interscope and just sold my records direct. You know what I'm saying? Because
right.
when you, like, my first record is the largest debut in hip-hop album. So, like, I'm like, when we actually gauge what would be a success on this project, we gotta say, how do people feel about it? Like, how do people enjoy the record? Is it good or is it bad? Because it's impossible to achieve the things that I've achieved already. So being independent it says, look, when I released the song, the Smoke record featuring Trey Songz is produced by Dr. Dre and is the #1 most added record to radio the week that we went after. You know what I'm saying? So with Macklemore, to have a song that commercially is performing like that, it would be a dream for that to happen. You see what I'm saying? from his perspective. And even though his audience is a true audience, and he's actually going out and performing, and they're obviously going out to support him and buying his actual records. But for him to, I never met an artist that didn't want, you know, the world to embrace their art.
Right.
You know, like the more people, the larger the reach the project has. I guess that's where you create, you know, how effective it is.
50, you're like a modern day Sun Tzu when it comes to beef. Like you've won many wars, many battles. I mean, the situation now looking back, like you know, last year was the anniversary of Get Rich or Die Trying, 10-year anniversary. What happened with Ja Rule? I mean, do you feel bad about that? Is there any kind of regrets about what went down? Or
I don't regret anything, because circumstances surrounding it kind of caused that. Like I don't try to get into situations if I don't have to be.
Right.
And that was one of those situations that is different. It wasn't like every other competition that I've been in with other artists. Like sometimes you get the guy that actually wants to create an opportunity for them to move up faster and notoriety, and trying to compete with a more established artist or a bigger artist at that point. And I would do it because when I fell in love with hip hop culture, it was competitive. Like I watched KRS-One do the Bridges Over with MC Shan and different, you know, artists that I actually, you know, watched and admired growing up. See, some of us had such a business savvy so early that they wouldn't engage in those competitions because they didn't want to move the other artists up. Like, and I feel like if the culture doesn't have any competition, it won't grow as fast as it.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Providing that additional energy underlying everything that you're actually doing that makes you go harder with what you're actually doing. Like if every company has a competitor.
Right.
Any company that just has one, like, is the only person in that category, I don't think that you have the ability to not become complacent if there's no one around you that you utilize for competition. Even if you guys could be far apart in what you're actually doing, but you need someone to compare yourself to give you an additional oomph or effort for you to, you know, go ahead and be the best you can actually be at each point.
Right. Well, look, I mean, hip-hop's in a great place right now. It's good to see you coming back, coming strong. We're definitely going to support the new album and blaze all of the joints, all of the singles. You know, 10-year anniversary, Get Rich or Die Trying. It's just brilliant to see you still doing it and you're still hungry and you're still getting it in. Now, it's Good Friday today. Normally on Good Friday, we go in with the Kanye West music because it's all about, you know, Good Friday, good music and everything. What's your favorite Kanye West joint?
Flashing Lights, man.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah, that was the one. Like that. There's certain records like that, like regardless of who the artist is, or when they come on, they create. It's a feeling connected to it. So that record, and I like that. I ain't saying she's a gold digger. That one, you know what I'm saying? At that point.
All right. Well, look, 50, man, wish you the best of luck with the new project. We're going to blaze these joints right now. Thanks for taking the time out. And when you're in the UK, it'd be great if we could hook up. If I'll come to the show or pass by the station or whatnot. But either way, we're going to be blazing the music regardless. Thanks a lot, 50.
All right, peace.